chinned him. What did you make of that?
Yeah. You know, all of it, I saw the video, I've seen it. I've seen the knockout, great right hand, by the way. But, you know, this is what happens when you're cheeky, rude, getting in people's faces, punching them, whatever. What do you expect? If you keep kicking a dog, it's going to bite you, isn't it? And, you know, these guys are there doing a job. They wasn't all on the lash together. This guy's probably pissed up or whatever, had a few drinks, get cheeky. These guys are doing their job. He's attacking them, whatever, so he's been chinned. And it's a life lesson, isn't it?
Yeah.
Never go out and be cheeky to big men, because you're probably going to get chinned sooner or later.
Stay there.
And fucking family, dude. I hope you have a heart. Do something. I hope you have a heart.
Rowdy! Why? Rowdy! Shit! Put me in recovery position. That's it. There was no need.
What's good, family? It's your man, the YB. Once again in the flesh. That's what you best believe right now, 100%. So we got some breaking news right now, but before we go into that, obviously, before I forget, big love to the General Busy Bee for keeping that coin loyal, keeping your man the YB coin loyal and boosted at all times. Yeah, what we know is, listen, your man the YB coin must be boosted 24/7, 100%, no doubt about it. So, like I said, we got some breaking news right now, once again, regarding your man's Tyson Fury. Yeah, he reacted to Amir Khan's alleged. Listen, I'm just talking what's alleged. Allegedly, to Donny, Mr. Turban Donny, Mr. Blue Turban Donny, was Amir Khan's cousin. That's what I've heard, innit? That's what people close to the situation are saying. No doubt about it. Oh, and by the way, if you see some sweat on the YB's head, it's hot right now in the UK. Super duper hot. Yeah, got the sweats going. That's what he has got going on. Anyway, like I say, let's get back to the point right now. 100%. Yeah. Tyson Fury has reacted to Amir Khan's alleged cousin getting his turban pushed back. That's what happened. I'm just telling you what it was. Donny came in with a blue turban and had it pushed back. Julius Francis, who's a former heavyweight, top Donny, top British boxing champion kind of thing, he pushed back the wig, or aka the turban, or the blue, whatever way you want to look at it, yeah? Some people call it wig, some people call it blue turban. Whatever way you want to look at it, he was pushed back 100%. British champion boxer, former Mike Tyson opponent, Julius Francis, got the mouthy on his wig and pushed it right the way back for him. That's how it should be. And like I said, Tyson Fury has reacted to that. You heard him, we just heard there. He said, listen, number one, off the rip, we know Tyson Fury is a boxing connoisseur. And listen, Tyson Fury, he can appreciate good clean work. That was a clean right hand. So, whipped it. Big bulbous neck as well. Listen, Tyson Fury didn't tell no lies. Number one, the shot was clean. And you best believe the shot was clean as well. Super duper clean shot. Yeah? No talking. And too often these days, you see, a lot of the youths these days, a lot of the dons these days, turban or no turban, yeah? A lot of the cats these days, there ain't no males in the house. And any males in the house are moist. Most of the males in the house these times, on the weekends when the kids are at the nans, I've got some next buck around to do the business on the missus whilst they sit in the corner and watch. Yeah, I sit in the cupboard with Barry Hearn and Peep. Yeah, 100%. Most dons these days, when the kids are at the nans, are on the phone to some don like the YB or whoever. Yo, yeah. come give my missus the good one, 'cause I ain't got it in me no more. So, like I said, these cats, Mr. Amir Khan's cousin, he rowdy, had no discipline having ass. Yeah? He probably got mad. I see my pops can't give my mums the good one, the right one. He frustrated, he mad. Yeah, he mad that his pops ain't got ain't even a little bit certified. Can we even blame him? Can we blame Mr. Amir Khan's cousin for having that? You can tell he was filled with pent up anger, whole bunch of anger. I'm telling you now. When I was growing up, I was used to bucks like the YB having to come round on the weekend to service the mumsy. I'll be I'll be all, what's the word? I'll be all Larry as well, shall we say. Yes, we can't blame Mr. Amir Khan's cousin. Yeah, no chin have an ass. One hitter quitter. Told you before, listen, if you've got, I don't know what it is, and the problem you see, is people like Amir Khan who have given dons with no chin. They think they can get hype now, don't they? They think, oh well, I saw Amir Khan on TV, he got no chin, so why can't I try and have a go? And it ends up the same way every time. Pikachu for certain, man. Anyway, back to Tyson Fury's reaction. He said, listen, Julius' right hand was clean, and then Tyson Fury co-signed everything the YB said. The YB bin said yesterday, listen, I don't know what, I mean, back in my day, yeah, there was a saying, play stupid games, you win some stupid prizes, and this Don here, Mr. Amir Khan's cousin, was playing the stupidest game of them all. It's called squaring up to a 6'6" former pro boxer, Nick. That's what that game's called. And again, back in my day, I'm pretty sure there was almost like a nationwide brief. In my day, yeah, there was a nationwide brief. If you see any 6'6" Nicks, yeah, that's what you don't want. Yeah, of all the games you might want to play, I tell you the game you don't play. The one where you try and, yeah, that one where you think squaring, yeah, 100%. There's nothing fun about squaring up or pulling up. And it made me laugh. On reflection, and in fact, in this video, I wasn't going to include it, but in this video, I'll include how the actual Amir Khan thing as well, or Amir Khan's cousin thing. Because when I've watched it a few times, I clocked on that initially, Amir Khan's cousin gets rowdy with one of the smaller security guys. And as far as dubs go, he actually caught a dub in that situation. He actually punked off the smaller security guard. Yeah? But when he did that, the smaller security guard tried to get one back on him. At which point, all of Mr. Amir Khan's cousin's friends jumped in and said, don't touch him. You can watch it about yourself. Don't touch him. Yeah? Because obviously they was all boosted up. 2-2s. And this is what I'm telling you when I tell you about these 2022 cats, yeah? They're moist, they're zesty, they're bullies. Because we all saw what happened to Amir Khan's cousin. Amir Khan's cousin caught a dub against a small security guard, and then he turns around, pivots, and tries to pull up on Julius. Julius ain't different dons. People, some man ain't playing them kind of games. Yeah? And this, like I said, this kind of behaviour is developed in the home. In the home, my man will have been used to mouthing off with his pops. Because guess what? These days, and to be honest, his pops probably ain't even want to whoop him, but back in the day, there used to be law and order in the household. You can't mouth off to your pops, you get a good licking. That's how it used to be. These times, just the filth sniffing around. All the police sniffing around. Oh, that's child abuse. No, that's discipline. That's what that is. That's why you've got kids today. That's why you got this Don, Amir Khan's cousin, rowding off. Because he hasn't got no memory of, wait there a minute, what happened last time I mouthed off to someone bigger than me, like my pops? My ass got whooped, 100%. They haven't got that memory. And they think everything's sweet. These cats are used to mouthing off to their parents, mouthing off all over the place, and having no consequences. 2-2s. Yeah, Mr. Rowdy. Mr. Rowdy Bonts. Mr. Rowdy Turban. Turned round, caught a dub off the small security cat, and then saw Julius there and thought, ooh, I don't know why, again, he must have missed the nationwide announcement. Yeah? Don't mess with 6'6" Nicks. If you see any 6'6" Nicks out there, it's probably best not to try and ramp. But he must have missed that class day. He must have missed that day in school. That's what he must have missed. He must have missed that national announcement. And 2-2s. He see Julius, and he walked up. It reminded me of how Lennox Lewis walked up to Mike Tyson. Or was it the other way around? Either way, when Mike Tyson and Lennox Lewis were squaring off, yeah, they walked up a little bit too strongly, and 2-2s. It all kicked off, yeah? Mr. Amir Khan's cousin, he saw Julius there, and he walked up strong, yeah? And I warned I warn these Donnies, yeah, who ain't got no squabbles. Dons who don't have no squabbles don't understand combat, yeah? And one of the key principles of combat is, or especially in the street, the key principle of street combat is, be first. Yeah, there's no prizes for second place, as he found out. Oops, but he wouldn't know that, because he ain't been involved in he ain't studied the game like that. He wouldn't know. He just think, oh, you can just, yeah, beak right in the air. All the things you might not want to do, yeah, he did. Chin right in the air, puffing his chest out. Julian saw that. As I said, experienced combatant, be first. Yeah, because there ain't no prizes for second place, as Amir Khan found out. Amir Khan found out all of his rowdy friends got turned into CPR number one, what they call them, number one first aid attendants. His friends was there, doing the CPR, putting him in the recovery position. They was there, stat as well, 100%. They was stat. But anyway, let me explain the rest of it. Like I said, obviously man's sweating right now, 100%. Julius saw my man pull up a little bit too hard, and 2-2s. Guess what? He chinned him, yeah? But for me, the important part is what happened after that. Because remember what I told you earlier, when Mr. Amir Khan's cousin was catching the dub off the smaller security cat, all of his friends, don't touch him. Yeah, they was what we call backing the beef. They said, they was implying they was there to back. Yeah? Julius, ISIS dude. Now in theory, when the small guy just went to push your friend, you said don't. All of Mr. Amir Khan's cousin's friends, yeah, got in the way and said don't do that, and implied they was there to back it. And that was relatively a minor incursion. That was a pushback. So wait there, the small security guy pushes your friend, and you're all about it. Julius ices your friend, and all of a sudden, all that energy, yeah, all that don't do this, don't do that energy, went out the window, and all of my man's friends turned into politicians. All of a sudden they adopt the, what do they call it? The female in distress pose, yeah? The female in distress dance. Small. Oh, what are you doing? They were doing this. That was uncalled for. That was out of order. What? Oh, it wasn't out of order when your man, though, was attacking the small security guard and doing whatever he was doing. That was okay. And I'm so glad that what happened to Mr. Amir Khan's cousin. That's how it's supposed to go. Yeah? That's how it's supposed to go. And all of his rowdy, funny style friends. And to be honest, I wish they all got laid out, truth be known. Julia should have laid them all out. About, no, that was uncalled for. And even the goober on the phone. Oh, that was uncalled for. And this is the problem you see in today's age. A lot of people who record things, they're there for the drama. And notice, when Mr. Turban was kicking off, the guy with the camera, he weren't making no complaints, was he? You didn't hear him saying, you know what, calm down, boss. They're just trying to do their job. You didn't hear that. You heard squat. But then when Mr. Kicking Off, yeah, when Mr. Rowdy gets what he was looking for, oh, that was uncalled for. And this part, again, in today's society, everyone wants people just to talk, yeah? It's almost as if violence is everyone now wants to be a talker. Oh, you can just say what you want and talk some more. No talking, yeah? Because Amir Khan's cousin clearly in the family household had way too much talking going on and not enough physical discipline. Because if he had some, he may have thought twice. You know what? Yeah, I've taken some licks. Let me wind that big bulbous beak of mine right the way back in before Julius knocks it off for you. Yeah, 100%. And then again, this is another message for all you no chin having ass dons out there. If you ain't got no chin, stay at home. Yeah, leave the rowdiness at home. How about that? But yeah, Tyson Fury react to it. Tyson Fury sign off on what I said. the other day. There's nothing. Of course, not all big men can fight. Yeah, look at Porky's friend. He can't fight a lick. Yeah, Max can't fight a lick. Yeah, and that's why he blocked me. That's why he blocked me out of the DMs because he didn't want it. I would. His pack would be smoked. You best believe it as well, like a 12-pack of Marlboro. Yeah, Max, Mr. Marlboro. His pack will be all the way smoked. He can't fight. So, not again. You have to know the crowd as such. Not all big dons, but statistically speaking. Of course, there's going to be some small cats who can squabble, but statistically, look at Canelo, for example. Look how much difference, that £7 made. And that's the bottom line here, people. You can have all the technique you want. Someone bigger, 9 times out of 10, unless you're extremely schooled in the area of combat, 9 times out of 10, an untrained big man will smoke an untrained little man 10 times out of 10. Yeah? A very well-trained small man might have a chance against a big man, but you're giving up. Like I said, if it was easy for good little guys to beat good big guys, we'd see it all the time. No doubt. But yeah, Fury reacting to Julius Francis smoking Amir Khan. I'm actually intrigued to see what Amir Khan got to say about this. Yeah, Amir Khan's been quiet. He hasn't actually broken his silence. I'm hearing he spent the day in hospital with his cousin and they're recovering up. So yeah, listen, there's nothing wrong with learning a good hearty lesson. There's nothing wrong with learning a good hearty lesson on life. Yeah, so Amir Khan and his cousin hold this dub, soak it up, and roll on to the next one. 100%, no doubt.